They came without warning. One moment, the sky above the colony world of Leora was clear and peaceful, and the next it was full of strange, dark ships that glowed like dying stars. The people below did not even have time to scream before the ships opened fire. Cities turned into oceans of flame, and the air itself began to melt. Among the survivors was a human soldier named Captain Aaron Hale. He had come to Leora with a small team to protect the colony from pirates, but this was something else. The invaders called themselves the Krath, a race older than human history, with faces like cracked glass and voices like thunder underwater. They did not come for gold or fuel, they came for him. When Aaron was captured, he thought it was the end. The Krath took him aboard their largest ship, a monstrous fortress floating among the stars. They tied him in chains made of some black energy that burned his skin, but did not leave marks. He was just a man, a soldier, tired and scarred. He had fought in small wars, nothing like this. He had no idea why an entire alien empire would destroy worlds to take him alive. But the Krath did not kill him. They questioned him. They spoke of the echo, something that existed in the human mind, a signal, a frequency humans carried without knowing it. They said this echo was dangerous, that it had the power to change reality itself. Humans, they believed, were a threat to the balance of the galaxy. Aaron laughed when they told him that. "We can barely keep our own planet in order," he said. "How can we threaten the galaxy?" But the Krath did not laugh. They said the echo had already awakened once before, long ago, and destroyed entire civilizations. And now, they believed, it lived again, in him. They experimented on him for weeks. Every time they tried to force the echo out, their machines shorted, their ship trembled, and strange bursts of light appeared around him. He didn't understand it, but deep in his bones he felt something growing, something that wasn't just fear. Meanwhile, Earth learned what had happened. The message reached them through a distress beacon sent seconds before Leora was destroyed. Aaron Hale had been taken. Billions of humans watched the footage of the burning colony, and something ancient awoke in them too. For centuries, humans had fought each other. They had built walls, weapons, and lies. But for the first time in hundreds of years, all of humanity looked in the same direction, outward, toward the ones who took one of their own. The Earth Council declared what would later be called Operation Dawnfire. The message was simple: bring him back. At first, the galaxy laughed. Humans were new to the stars, a young species with fragile ships and loud pride. But humanity did not send a small fleet. They sent everything. Every ship that could fly, every colony that could build, every scientist who could think, they all united for one cause. It took months, but humans became fire itself. They learned how to bend light into weapons, how to turn asteroids into bombs. They moved like a storm across the stars. Worlds that had never heard of Earth whispered the same words: they are coming. The Krath tried to hide Aaron deeper in their empire, but humans kept finding them. They didn't care about territory or wealth. They didn't even stop to negotiate. Every planet that refused to tell them where he was, burned. Every fleet that stood in their way, erased. The galaxy had seen wars before, but never like this. Humanity did not fight for land, they fought for one man. Inside his prison, he could hear the war echoing through space. The Krath grew desperate. Their interrogations turned to begging. They wanted him to make it stop. "We only tried to protect existence," said the Krath warden one night, his voice trembling like a dying machine. "Your kind will destroy everything if you awaken the echo." Aaron looked up through the blood in his eyes and said, "Maybe, but if they burn the galaxy for me, imagine what they'll do for themselves." And then it happened. The humans reached the Krath core world. 1,000 human ships surrounded their home star. They demanded Aaron's release. When the Krath refused, the humans fired. The star itself cracked open. From orbit, the Krath fortress began to fall apart. Power died, alarms screamed, and Aaron's chains dissolved into ash. For the first time, he could move freely. He stumbled through smoke and fire, searching for a way out. In the distance, he saw a human dropship breaking through the atmosphere, blazing through Krath defenses. The sight filled him with something beyond hope. But as he reached the landing bay, he stopped. The Krath warden was there, dying but still standing. "You don't understand. The echo will wake when you return home. It is inside all of you. You are the storm that will unmake the stars." Aaron stared at him. For a moment he almost believed it. The humans had become something terrifying, unstoppable, merciless, united by rage. But then he said quietly, "Maybe the galaxy deserves to be remade." He climbed aboard the human ship, and they lifted off just as the Krath world began to crumble. The birding light below turned night into eternal day. When they returned to Earth, the people cheered. The soldiers saluted him like a king. He had no crown, no power, but he had become a symbol. The man the Earth burned the galaxy for. Yet in his dreams, Aaron saw strange visions. He saw stars falling like rain. He saw human ships spreading farther, faster, hungrier. He heard whispers in his mind, like music made of lightning. The echo was real, and it was no longer just his. Humanity did not stop after rescuing him. They built more fleets, more weapons, more colonies. They said they only wanted peace, but their peace meant no rivals, no threats. The stars belonged to them now. Some alien races surrendered before a single human ship arrived. Others ran. A few tried to fight and vanished. The galaxy began to change shape under the shadow of human fire. Years later, when Aaron stood on the balcony of Earth's capital tower, he could see the sky filled with lines of light, ships leaving every second, heading to new worlds. He should have felt proud, but he didn't. He remembered the Krath warden's last words, echoing in his head, "You are the storm." Maybe the Krath were right. Maybe the echo wasn't a curse or a weapon. Maybe it was simply the human spirit itself, the endless will to survive, to fight, to take back what was lost, no matter the cost. He closed his eyes and felt it burning inside him, the same fire that had burned across the galaxy. And he whispered, "We can't stop now, can we?" No one answered. Out in the darkness, far beyond the edge of known space, other civilizations watched. Some called humans heroes, others called them monsters, but all agreed on one thing. Humanity had changed the rules of the universe. They were no longer the newcomers. They were the storm, the fire, the echo itself. And if you ever touched one of theirs, if you ever dared to take one of them hostage, the Earth would burn the galaxy for them again. And somewhere deep in space, where the light of destroyed worlds still flickered like ghosts, a new sound began to hum across the stars. A pulse, a heartbeat. The echo had awakened, and it was human.